Russia hosted its first royal wedding ceremony in nicely over a century these days, while a far-off relative of the Queen were given married in a lavish rite in St. Petersburg, with one royal watcher describing the event as nearly not possible given the ancient context. Grand Duke George Mikhailovich Romanov tied the knot with Italian fiancée Victoria Romanovna Betterini at St. Isaac's Cathedral, with masses of overseas visitors in attendance. And the importance of the event changed into now no longer misplaced on journalist Jonathan Sacerdoti, a normal commentator on royal affairs on Sky News in addition to a common contributor to The Spectator. He instructed Express.co.uk. For extra than 100 years it might have been nearly not possible that this wedding ceremony ought to take location in St. Petersburg. While those titles don't suggest tons any extra, and any declare of royal popularity is now very vulnerable as a lavish relic of vintage international extravagance, the two-day wedding ceremony guarantees to be pretty a spectacle. Speaking earlier of the event, Mr. Sacerdoti added, "From the trade of Faberge wedding ceremony earrings to the collection of numerous descendants from numerous different exiled royal homes, it'll be like a few type of ancient reenactment. I've heard that the closing king of Bulgaria, Simeon II, who later have become its prime minister, may be there, as will Ilika Zogu, the titular king of the Albanians, and Joachim Murat, who descends from the king of Naples of the equal call." However, he suggested lovers of royalty, there may be a feel of vintage international grandeur approximately it, however it's now no longer pretty a royal wedding ceremony in any actual feel. The event featured a feast furnished through Yevgeny Prigozhin, a catering multi-millionaire every so often stated as Putin's chef. Ms. Betterini wore a get-dress designed through Ringakra, who has additionally dressed the likes of Beyoncé, Madonna, Angelina Jolie, and Melania Trump. Russia's closing Tsar Nicholas II, who changed into the primary cousin of George V, the Queen's grandfather, collectively together along with his spouse and 5 children, have been killed through a innovative firing squad in July 1918 inside the cellar of a product owner's residence in Yekaterinburg, a town 1,450 kilometers (900 miles) east of Moscow. Mr. Mikhailovich Romanov, 40, instructed Russian information internet site Fontanka.ru of the selection of St. Petersburg for the venue. This changed into the primary location in Russia to which we returned. This is very near the own circle of relatives. Mr. Mikhailovich Romanov changed into born in Spain to Grand Duchess Maria Vladimirovna of Russia, the self-proclaimed inheritor to Russia's imperial throne, and her husband Grand Duke Mikhail Pavlovich of Russia. He has lived in France and Spain for maximum of his life. His great-grandfather, Grand Duke Kirill Vladimirovich, Tsar Nicholas II's brother, controlled to break out Bolshevik violence at some point of the 1917 revolution to Finland. He and his own circle of relatives later relocated to Western Europe. Reported visitors covered Sheikh Mohammed bin Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, the brother of the Emir of Qatar, Queen Sofia of Spain, the mom of King Philip V, and Princess Leia of Belgium, despite the fact that there aren't in it any tips any British royals attended. George Mikhailovich visited Russia for the primary time in 1992, and now lives in Moscow, in which he works on some of charity projects. Ms. Betterini, 39, transformed to the Russian Orthodox religion closing 12 months, and took the call Victoria Romanovna. The Romanov dynasty dominated Russia for 300 years earlier than Nicholas II abdicated in 1917, placing Russia on direction for the Bolshevik Revolution, civil battle and 70 years of communist rule. Russia's Orthodox Church canonized Nicholas II in 2000, after being portrayed as a vulnerable chief through Soviet authorities. After learning this information, many people have commented, "I like seeing photos from different countries and their royal weddings. The cultural connection to outfits and traditions is fascinating." The Russian royals seem to have been the last outreach of the Roman Empire. Caesar transforms to Tsar. The family name is Romanov. So what do you think? Please comment below this video. Subscribe to the channel for more important new information.